politicians in Australia. Our next speaker is Dr. Ram Punyani, who is a former professor of biomedical engineering, a former senior medical officer affiliated with the Indian Institute of Technology in Bombay, an extremely distinguished medical career. And in December 2004, took voluntary retirement to work full-time for what has been stated by some as communal harmony in India. He's involved with human rights activities and initiatives to oppose something which some see as the rising tide of fundamentalism in India. Dr. Punyani.
Thank you very much, friends. I'm very grateful to this Humanism Project for inviting me on this. Has already outlined various areas in which the violence has been going on against the more vulnerable sections of society. One point which I will like to highlight is also that in India, the two big religious minorities, one Muslims, second Christians. So far, our focus has already been more on the anti-Muslim violence. But I'd like to point out that anti-Christian violence has also begun from the decade of 1990s. And the last year's report of Persecution Relief tells us that during last 1 year, the attacks on Christian minorities has gone up by 40%. So what do we see? Attack on religious minorities, attack on Muslims, attacks on Dalits, insecurity of women, to what we have in our constitution as a secular, democratic, plural constitution. The type of society which is coming up is believing more in a sectarian nationalism where they want to go towards Hindu Rashtra. While such a economic deprivation is there, our Prime Minister is going and inaugurating the building of a grand Ram temple. Now, India's tradition has been that of a multiculturalism, pluralism, and a life of harmony and peace. Now, last 30, 40 years, we are seeing that there is increase in identity-related issues. And these identity-related issues create a mass hysteria, and already a hate has been created against religious minorities, because of which polarization in the society is going up and up. And in these situations, any criticism of the government is labeled as being anti-national. So those people who were never a part of the India's freedom movement or making of Indian constitution or making of Indian values, now they are trying to claim the sole monopoly on the type of nationalism which I will say Hindu nationalism. Let's distinguish between Hinduism as a religion of tolerance, which Mahatma Gandhi practiced, and Hindutva as a politics which is sectarian and which is exclusive. So this Hindu nationalism, for that matter, any nationalism in the name of religion, is basically excludes the religious minorities on one side. At the same time, it is also very oppressive to the weaker sections of society. And in Indian context, it is Dalit, women, and Adivasis. So the core point I see is that hate has been manufactured deliberately against these sections of society. Because of this hate which has been manufactured, there is a possibility of orchestrating violence, about which my previous speakers have said. The Delhi violence is one of the recent examples, and the scattered anti-Christian violence is another, and the rising incidence of atrocities against women is a third. So overall, we are dealing with a situation where the concept of rights is being done away with, and what is prevailing is a emotion-laden concept of nationalism, which we have to counter. And this particular nationalism, which has been opposing Indian constitution's value, which was nowhere a part of India's freedom movement, which has nowhere contributed to the development of the country, that is dominating the scene. And with that, on one side, we see a economic decline, rise of big corporates, and at the same time, a increasing marginalization of religious minorities and lower sections of society, Dalits and women. So what I suggest, what I appeal, that if we can look at human rights in the context of Indian constitution, what Indian constitution provides and how it is being practiced by the present government, that should be important. Because in the practice, by and large, the concept of rights for dissidents, for the weaker sections of society, has been totally been marginalized, has been totally been undermined. And that is an area which is a great concern of hate. Believe me, how can a society thrive and develop if there is so much creation of hate through social media, through dominant media, which we call here sitting in the lap of the government? And earlier, of course, the hate has been created in earlier period also. This hate has become exaggerated during last 30 years in particular. And this, I think, is the foundation because of which the human right violations against religious minorities and other sections of society are going on. So if we want to protect,
That's
yeah,
5 minutes, Dr.
yeah,
Punya.
the last point. So I think we have to look at this particular aspect also, and that is how hate is dominating the Indian political scenario. I understand unless there is harmony and love, development and peace cannot come. Thank you very much.